Davey, back to league action against Kilmarnock away. Are you looking forward to getting back to top flight action?
Yeah, I am. There's been a lot going on at the club since the last Ross County game away in the playoffs. There's been a lot going on, but I felt this week focus quickly turned to the Premiership. So you had your winter camps, summer camps, park going down, recruitment, cup section. I think this is probably the first week your sole focus is on the Premiership. Obviously we've got the game tomorrow, so now I'm looking forward to it.
Obviously we've already been down there this season. Does that help in any way, or is it just a question on just all focusing on the next game as it is?
Probably focus on the next game. I don't think you can read too much into the game down there. I felt we were a wee bit unlucky to come away with nothing. But I'm not really reading too much into it, to be fair. I think we dominated a lot of the ball, but I expect the game to be a wee bit different tomorrow. There's a wee bit more at stake for both clubs. So now it'll be a different game, but at least the stadium's familiar to some of the new players now, do you know what I mean? So that maybe helps in that respect.
Obviously we've had this chat over the last year or so about results v performance, but you must be happy the team performed down the road and ultimately qualifying for the next stages of the Premiership.
I think we've qualified a couple of times as second best place runners up. But I'll caveat that this was probably one of the toughest years because we weren't the Premiership club, so you were going to have a Premiership draw in there, so it was always going to be tough. But just delighted the boys managed to get us through. I think again from the first game we played Aris to where we are now, you can see a wee bit of relationships growing in the group. So now I'm really happy for them. Scored 6 goals on Saturday, which got us here ultimately. But it's progression at the end of the day, and that's all we really at the start of the campaign was, can we get to the next round? We've done that. I think we've got a decent draw. I think Hibs at home is a good draw for us. We're one that we're more than capable of winning, but we're probably going to as the underdog, which probably suits us.
There's been a number of new faces and obviously some familiar faces coming back.
Yep.
How happy are you with the squad and with Jeremy joining up? Is that the end of the transfer activity?
Probably, no, unless there's I kind of kept a wee bit of wiggle room in the budget in terms of if someone becomes available at the last minute that's going to make us better. Now if the window shut tomorrow, being pretty vocal with you guys about it, I'd be fairly happy where we are as a group. I do expect a wee bit of movement out the way. So I would like to try and there's probably 3 or 4 that need to move on for game time, for their own careers, not anything to do with progression at Livingston. But ultimately, if everybody stays here, I'm pretty happy with what we've got in the building. But I just keep a wee bit of wiggle room in the budget, just in case you get that wee phone call late in the window to say, look, X, Y, Z's available, would you be interested?
One of the bright sparks so far this season has been Sam Colbert, who picked up Player of the Month. How happy have you been with Sam's progress in the short period this season?
Shamal. No, he's done well. I think there's a couple of players that have come in. I'm going to say surprised, right? I don't mean it because I expect it, but I'm surprised at how early it's happened. So Sam's always been in and around the group. He trains with the group. I'm just delighted he's come back pre-season. He's the best version of himself. He's come back really fit, top of his fitness, body fat's in a good place. Sam's ability on the ball's never ever been in question. He's now kind of joined the dots up. His work off the ball, his work against the ball is really good. I think his loan spell at Darvel's really helped him with men's football. I think his loan spell at Broxburn's really helped his men's football. So, really happy for Sam. He's a really good kid. He's low maintenance, high output, and that's kind of the boys we want in the building. Really happy for him. A wee bit similar to Andy Winters. I think Andy went out on loan the last part of the season to go and get game time. He's playing as a 9, but I've been utilising him more off a side in pre-season. I think he's done really well. So there's a few that have kind of caught the eye for the right reason, but Sam's definitely one of them.
Does that give you a wee bit of headache when you've got guys coming in and performing quite well?
Yeah, but it's a nice headache. So it's one I speak about with the group. It's like modern day football, how we want to play, how the game's developed, I think you're needing to utilise your squad as much as possible. So you're needing a real strong group, probably 20 outfield players. You're only stripping 10, and then you're potentially using 4 or 5 of them on a Saturday. So you want that big group, which I think we've got. You want that squad depth again, which I think we've got. But it's trying to keep the boys as happy as possible. So I believe right now you're kind of, well, we've got a couple of injuries right enough, but right now it's kind of the honeymoon period, the season's just starting, so there's no suspension, there's no really any major injuries other than the ones we knew about. And you've got quite a big squad to choose from, but I dare say come late December, early January, you're looking around and you've probably got 16 fit bodies, because there's always going to be problems throughout the season. So it's a wee bit of a headache now, but it's a nice headache to have, because I genuinely believe you need a big squad at this level to compete.
Another big talking point lately has been the pitch. How have the guys adjusted to it, and what's been the general feedback from it?
Honestly, like I kind of said that in the press during the week, I'd like to think I'm fairly authentic and pretty honest with everybody. And I've been in the building for that long, I probably never realised the deterioration on our park. And when our park was getting battered, I'm always going to defend the club first and foremost. I'm always going to defend us, so there's a wee bit of biasm there. But secondly, I didn't really understand where our surface was in comparison maybe to a newer surface, because I'd been here through that period of time. Getting the new surface down's just been, honestly, it's been brilliant. I can't believe the difference, and that's where probably I felt I needed to apologise to certain individuals, because I'd give them my opinion, so it was only fair. The feedback's been brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Falkirk surface, I think that's now 3 years, maybe something like that, 3-4 years old, and that's still a really, really good surface. So I think we need to find a happy medium in Scottish football, because albeit I'm sitting here agreeing with maybe our park wasn't the best surface a couple of years, well, for the last 2 or 3 years, I would still argue that it was better than a lot of the grass surfaces that I played on in the Championship. It's probably better than some of the grass pitches I played on in the Premiership previously. So I do think we need to find a happy medium in terms of allowing clubs to use synthetic surfaces, but the best ones available for maybe a shorter time period, roughly, I'd imagine 4 or 5 years, and then it's out. So the feedback's been brilliant for us personally. Staff, it's been really, really good, and the players are enjoying the surface. So I think we've got to find a way to try and keep them in Scottish football, if I'm honest.
Finally, Davey, I know it's an away game against Kilmarnock, but we've surpassed the amount of season tickets that we've had from the previous year, and we've probably got, I think, over 300 new season tickets this year. How important to have that backing for the stands, and have you got a message for the fans that have maybe yet to renew?
Aye, we'll hurry up and renew. No, but I don't think they realise how much it makes a difference to a club our size. Like, every penny counts, but just going out there and you've got fans behind you, like, it's brilliant. And I think, I'll be honest, we travel well in terms of the ratio with away fans to home fans. We actually travel quite well as a club. We've managed to bring new bums on seats this year, which is going to be brilliant. I think the academy is going to play a bigger part in the home fixtures this year also, with the parents and kids coming along to games. So the more bodies we can get, more bums we can get on seats, the better. And I think for long-term sustainability of the football club, we're very fortunate at this point. We've got Calvin and the board behind us, but for the long-term future and sustainability of the football club, we really need to focus on growing that fan base. So just a massive thank you to everybody that's bought a ticket. And I understand it's difficult at this time of the year, I feel, with holidays and stuff like that, so it's difficult. So if you're going to renew, hopefully you're going to be able to renew soon. Look forward to seeing you all back here, but I think the positivity of last year really helped grow the fan base, and hopefully we can do that again next year. I think the main stand holds something around 2,200, something along the lines. And for me, like, one of my aspirations at Livingston, it'd be fantastic to actually be selling that, opening up the south stand, but definitely selling the home stand for your season tickets. I think that's more than achievable for the West Lothian community. and it's something we need to all try and keep battling on about, try to get bums on seats. But great work with Dave and the team upstairs, actually increasing the crowd numbers from last year. The media team as well, because I think that content really helped engage the local community.